Greetings and welcome to the Contracting Guy. I am the Contracting Guy, and I want to talk to you today a little bit about training, preparing yourself for opportunities that might be coming up. I have found over the course of my career that most government training that's offered, or government contracting training that's offered, that the students are really ill-equipped for it. And the reason is not that they're intellectually inadequate, is that they are not adequately prepared to enter into that degree of training, that higher level training that goes on with government contracting. Let me explain. We would never put somebody in to take on some complex actions unless they had training beforehand. Training in lower order elements of that requirement, and possibly even a sampling of the higher level elements of that particular requirement. And yet, in government contracting, we seem to just throw everything out there and hope that somebody is willing to take the training. And if they're willing to take the training, we oftentimes forget the fact that maybe they're not prepared to take the training, that they're not adequately knowledgeable to take the training. They have very little insight, or can even put the training in context. This becomes somewhat disheartening to contracting professionals or sellers who are looking to do business with the government, because they'll look at this and go, well, my goodness, what does this mean? How do I do this? Will anybody explain this to me? And more than likely than not, nobody will explain it to them. Not that they don't, they haven't asked. It's just that people don't think that way. We're offering a training, so it must be pretty good. And if it's pretty good, you must be ready for it. I think in many ways, what's happening currently in government contracting is very much the same way. Whether it's security that's being proposed and discussed that might be important for higher level contracts, the guy that's selling pencils may not necessarily need that. Or OTAs, other transaction authorities. How many people would be involved with that? Now, it's good information. It's kind of fun information, but it's not necessarily necessary information for most small businesses out there. The times I've heard that used the most often is when you're dealing with the special operations community, the folks that are out of Eglin or out of MacDill. But generally speaking, the places around the country that do the nuts and bolts work, they're not going to need that. So I think what's going to be important for small businesses to recognize is this. Be mindful of the training that you're going to take. Understand the training that you're going to take or that you're considering taking, and determine whether you're going to take it or not. And more importantly is tell your counselor, whether it's at an accelerator or at VBOCs, tell your counselor, could you help me along this journey? Because oftentimes they need a little bit of coaxing and coaching. So this is a good opportunity for those organizations to do that. Companies that offer training, should look at really defining their training to really the people that would use it. The downside of that, actually, the real downside, is that if they defined it to the people who actually would use it, there would not be very many people who use it. That's, if you're going to offer a training, that's kind of a killer. You want as many people as possible attending the training and probably pay for the training. But if its utility is very small, why have it? Target the particular audiences specifically that would use it or have the high likelihood of using it. So the government contracting training community really needs to step up their game and be targeting those who actually would use it, because not everybody uses OTAs or would require the security requirements that DoD requires. Well, I wanted you to know that's the way it is. So this is the contracting guy. I'm out.
Thank you for watching The Contracting Guy. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. We'd appreciate that. This is The Contracting Guy. I'm out.